It's Week 4 of the National Football League, with Baltimore on the road for an AFC battle. They lead the all-time series against Denver 8-6. It's the Ravens and the Broncos. Next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Power Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Garden alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On third down, Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That catch good for only a couple, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Jackson now off the bootleg. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of what my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium, watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore. absolute perfect fit.
They go play action with Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 25 yards that time.
And unfortunately, in 2020, in the season opener, Cortland Sutton tore his ACL. But remember, over 1,100 yards in 2019, his future is still awfully bright.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 3 yards to the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw again is Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd and 11 now, Bridgewater. Now he'll escape to his right, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it though. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. right back to Dobbins on first. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So we have reached. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Just keeping the play alive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capture.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Ravens have got it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
We play to win.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Bridgewater to throw it. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start at the 25. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Bridgewater to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Ravens are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver's offense now set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got Hamler. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end fan, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Bridgewater again. On the slant, it's Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. This is Gordon on the dump-off. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Flushed out right. And the defense here giving him no recourse but to get out of bounds after a gain of just a yard. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this